them pretty quick.
I don't either.
James, just give us your overall thoughts about how this one played out. It was a heck of a game.
Yeah.
Regardless.
It was a really good game. It wasn't a really pretty game. Both teams missed a lot of shots that they usually make. I mean, they were 2 for 20 from 3. We missed a ton of shots around the basket, open shots around the basket. But you could see, you could feel the intensity that it was, that there was a lot on the line. Obviously, it's a championship game, but you could certainly feel that. And, I think that clearly they're an NCAA tournament team. I certainly hope they get in that large bid. They deserve it. If that's not an NCAA tournament team, I don't know who is. But yeah, they, it didn't look very good at one point, but credit to these guys. I mean, all these guys. It's, they just kept believing. They kept coming even when things weren't looking so good coming into that last media timeout, coming out of that last media timeout. And, they made plays and they kept believing in each other. So credit to them.
Yeah, Taylor, you just want to go over what was said maybe to each other when you're down by, I think it was double digits at one point with only a couple minutes left to go in that fourth quarter, the belief that you guys can come back, can extend the game, can win the game?
I feel like a lot that we were saying, like we were kind of just like looking around, just being like I trust you, like I believe in you, like we just need to get one stop. I remember I was saying that like a bunch of times, like we just need to get one stop and like that'll turn it around. But I felt like everybody had each other's backs out there, and it was like it was a group effort. It was like I didn't feel too worried just because I knew everybody had like each other's backs out there, and I knew especially these two being out on the court, they weren't going to allow that. So.
And just to add on to that, like I kept hearing, and maybe didn't necessarily believe it as much as I should have, but I just kept hearing Phil say, "We're winning this game."
Yeah,
And I just kept hearing her saying that every time out, every time something negative happened, she just stayed on that. That we're gonna get this done, and there was a real positivity and a true belief that she was voicing, but you knew that it was really believed by every single one of them, and it's pretty remarkable.
Yeah, Lindsay, I know Coach talked about yesterday's Brockport game, that it came down to the wire, but it was good for you guys because you learned how to play in tight games. This game, third quarter, they had a big third that erased the double-digit lead. Then you guys were looking at a double-digit deficit. Mm-hmm. Just talk about the mindset of, making sure that you guys would be back in, get yourselves back in it, and again, come back and be able to win the game.
Yeah, I feel like we started to panic a little bit when they started making a run, getting up by that many points. But I just remember, if the ball went out of bounds or something happened, we always just huddled in and we got ourselves back on track. We looked each other in the eyes and like locked in and said, you know what, next play, like this play right here, we're gonna get a stop, or we're gonna make a play on the offensive end, like this play now. So we didn't let past mistakes or whatever get to us, which is really key to us pushing through.
Rachel, any key play in that fourth or even overtime that you were like, all right, this is our game now? Like you kind of got over that hump that got you to that where you needed to be?
To be honest with you, I felt that the whole game, even in that deficit. Like there was not a single doubt in my mind, especially because of Phil, feeding that into my brain, like telling me like we're not going home. Like this, we're winning this game, and us three being seniors, like I know like they were in, like this is it. So it really never struck me at any time that this game was gonna end in the way that we didn't want it to. So yeah.
So you can talk about, I know the first two meetings against Geneseo, I thought you guys beat them like pretty well. They played you guys a great game tonight. I thought defensively, I thought you guys made really tough shots they forced you into, just making those shots. Just talking about what kind of team Geneseo is and how they played you guys tonight, but you were able to still, get ahead of them.
Me and T, we have the most experience here out of our whole team, but we just know playoffs are different monsters. It doesn't matter if you beat a team by 20 or 30 in the regular season. When it's playoff time, all that doesn't mean anything, honestly. And I think we just emphasized to our team the whole week going into playoffs, everything we've done to this point, it matters, but all that matters is the championship game. Who's gonna hold that trophy afterwards? So I think I don't know. It's just we knew that they were going to come out attacking us, and they did. Like, respect to them. Like, I respect the hell out of them. They're a really good program, but I think we just had more determination, more focus at the end of the game, and that's, you know, one play here and there like could really turn the game around, and it played in our favor.
Obviously, the season's not over. Still got a big and strong NCAA push. But the way last season ended against Geneseo, that rivalry, beating them here in this game in overtime, just talk about that feeling right now that you guys have and enjoying it.
It's like the best feeling ever. You know, after last year, we all, like in the summer, we locked in like this is our year. This is a new team, new year, clean slate. We're gonna go for everything. We're going to the end. We're gonna win our last game, and we locked that in, and we played a great season, and it came down to this game. You know, this is it. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just the best feeling in the world. I can't even explain it.
Yeah, just to add on to that, you know, I remember that feeling I felt when we lost the semifinals to Geneseo at their place. That was like the most upset I've ever felt about basketball, and I knew, you know, talking to T, especially afterwards, like I told her, like, I never want to feel like that again, because I feel like we didn't give our all in that game. And, you know, we ensured, like, through the summer, through preseason, through the season, that, you know, every single practice we got to go in like it's our last practice, and we got to spread that message across the board of our whole team. And I feel like just having, you know, teammates surrounding me that are just so locked in, like all the way up until this point, has been so great, and it just feels really good to have that type of team with you and also win a championship. So I'm really excited to move forward.
Yeah. Oh, well, like, I mean, I don't want to say I knew it, but like I knew this was gonna be, you know, a special year, that like we had the right people, we had the right mindset, and I knew that it was going to be something special. And I didn't care who we were going up against, whether, you know, we get redemption for our rivalry or whether it's like completely new face. Like, I knew that this team was gonna go far and hit the goals that we planned on hitting, and, you know, we're actually doing it. Like, I don't know, like in the beginning of the season, it's more like you can just say it, like, you know what's gonna happen, but it's like when it's actually happening, it's a completely different feeling. It's great. I'm very happy, very proud.
And Jim, you know, backtracking a little bit, obviously these two are amazing players, amazing scorers, still leading your team offensively, but on the stat sheet, I know there's a lot of plays that doesn't come up. I know Maddie came up huge in a lot of spots. Nicole had a big defensive stop towards the end there to kind of finalize it. Just talk about the group effort it took to win this game tonight.
Yeah, you know, that's what we talked about pregame, was that, you know, the way, you know, I told him a quote from a Coach K quote that that he said that my team is a family and my family is a team, and that those two words are interchangeable when it's done right. And they have that. They just have, you know, that ability to hold one another accountable, yet be there for one another when they need support. And it's a wonderful balance, and it really, you know, obviously Rachel's a really good player, and she's been a tremendous addition to the senior class. But these two four-year seniors here, you know, just tremendous leaders. You know, like Taylor, to me, you know, like I was talking to one of the coaches from the teams we played last weekend, and they, you know, we were talking about all conference stuff, and they're like, you know, Taylor Howell's one of the best guards in the conference. She played on any other team, she'd be an all-conference player. And yet, for us, she plays 9.5 minutes today. And the kid wouldn't have, you know, have it any other way. She just wants to win, and she wants what's best for each and every one of her teammates. And you know, just the leadership from this senior class, all three of them. It's and then, you know, the juniors as well. You just, you know, it's not surprising that we're able to pull something off like this. As much as it, you know, it didn't look very good, when it's all said and done, it's like, yeah, it's expected, because they just have that belief in one another. And it's you know, these with Taylor and Lindsay just, you know, really set the tone. Last year, every time we lost a game, I'd come down and they'd be screaming and cursing at one another, at their teammates, and you know, it was because they were setting a standard that the younger players weren't understanding how to uphold. And you know, they kept pounding at it. They, you know, the message wasn't getting through for the longest time, but they never gave up on it, and that's leadership. You know, I can guarantee you, if you stop then it's not going to work. But, we talk about that. Like, I don't know what the right way to say it is, what the right way to go about it is, but if you keep on it, eventually you have a chance to get through. And, that's just a tremendous credit to them as leaders, as people. And they're, as much as they've accomplished here, in this basketball program, this is like small potatoes compared to what they're going to do moving forward the rest of their life. Because they're just amazing people. And all three of them. And it's just really wonderful to have the opportunity to go to practice with them again on Monday because I love being around them. I love having the chance to coach them. I'm so proud to be their coach, the entire group. But obviously these guys, their time is limited. So the longer we can make this, keep hanging around, it just is that much more fun. And I hope we can make it last another 3 weeks. But, whatever it is, every day is a blessing with them. And, we'll take one day at a time and can't wait to practice on Monday.
Anything?
Same.
Yeah.
Let's go Hawks!
Here you go, Hawks.
Thank you, guys.
Ah!